All right, good evening, yogis. Thank you to those of you joining us through Zoom, Madison Fitness Week. All of your donations goes to the Urban Triage, so thank you for being here via Zoom. Those of you in the studio, thank you for being here at Dragonfly. Happy to see you all, and those of you tuning on online. So we have a lot of friends here with us. Core Flow, 45 minutes. Not sure if I said my name is Cassie. So for those of you that don't know me, it's nice to meet you. We're going to get started on our backs today. So you'll just start to settle in comfy on your back any way that makes sense for you. So maybe your legs are long, like you're in Savasana. Maybe soles of feet together, knees fall out, reclined butterfly. If you want to release lower pain back, you can knock your knees together, feet about the width of your mat. Usually we'll release some lower back tension. So first and foremost, thank you again for being here, but give yourself gratitude for being here. I'm sure regardless if you're online or if you're in person, there's still other things that you could be doing during this 45 minutes. So give yourself gratitude for rolling out your mat or meeting in your gym floor, or wherever you are. Just give yourself gratitude for choosing to be here. And then start to notice your breath. Start to check in, feel each inhale and each exhale as you naturally breathe. Perhaps you like to use your Ujjayi breath, and you start to control your breath, breathing in and out through your nose, feeling your lips. If you're in the studio, masks make things a little bit different, so maybe Ujjayi breath isn't going to work for you, but regardless, focus on the inhales, focus on the exhales. Fill up your lungs completely, holding a little air at the top, and then letting all of that air go, letting your lungs be empty completely. Start to notice how you're physically feeling as you start to notice your breath. Check in with your shoulders, your hips, your neck, your back, those big parts of your body. Start to see how they feel. Maybe some are tight. Maybe some feel really, really good. And then start to notice those littler parts of your body, your ankles, the bottom of your feet, your wrists, hands. And just mentally scan your physical body. How do you physically feel right now in this very moment? So core flow, we're going to, use your core. But if you want to skip poses, if you want to linger somewhere longer, challenge yourself in a different way. Know that yoga is for everyone, everybody. So honor your body each time that you roll out your mat. Whether that means you're having a really good day and you want to add extra challenge and hold like planks and things that challenge you longer. Or if you want to take lots of child's poses, lots of down dogs, those are always there for you. This is your time on your mat, so do what you need, leave what you don't, as always. You're not going to be here in stillness very much longer, but the moments that you are, it's a really good time to set an intention if you're a yogi that likes to do so. An intention is simply just something that inspires you, whether that's a person you want to dedicate your practice to, maybe yourself. Maybe there's a word, strength, patience, gratitude, kindness, something that resonates with you. If nothing comes to mind, that's a-okay, but if something does, you'll use the next 2-3 rounds of breath to focus on that intention. If you're in that reclined butterfly, hands come to the outside of your knees. You're going to close your knees like a book. If legs are long, your soles of feet find the mat. So you're going to start to bring your knees to 90. You'll blink your eyes open. You'll bring hands behind your head. And then you're going to start to make sure those elbows are away from your ears. So knees are in line with hips. Try not to bring them too far forward. You're gonna start with just little toe lowers. So left toe is gonna touch the mat, and then knee comes back to 90. Right toe is gonna touch the mat, and then knee comes back to 90. So you're continuing here with that movement, alternating those toe taps. The higher your shoulders come off the mat, the more intense your core will feel, but we're just starting. So maybe you're really just gonna ease into it. You're here for just the last 3. You're here for 2. Find one more on each side, and then you're gonna hug your knees in, let your shoulders release, just a little rock side to side. We're gonna find eagle abs. So your right leg is gonna wrap around your left, and then your right arm is gonna go under, or you can just bear hug yourself. On your inhale, your legs go long as your arms go back, and on your exhale, you crunch as tight together as you can. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale, you crunch. Continuing here for 3. Here for 2. On your last one, you're gonna hold that crunch and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 3, for 2, and full body stretch, let everything go long. You're gonna hug knees into your chest. Once again, little rock side to side. Hands will come back behind your head like we started, knees in line with your hips. This time we're gonna bring both of those knees, keeping the shape, just both of those toes or maybe heels touch the mat, and then back to center. Both legs lower, and then back to center. You're continuing this movement, both legs lowering nice and slow and coming back to center. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Finding one more, and then you'll hug your knees, little release, rock side to side. We're gonna even out those eagle abs. So this time that left leg is gonna go over, left arm will go under, or just a nice big bear hug. On your inhale, you lengthen long, and on your exhale, you crunch it tight. Inhales, limbs go opposite ends. Exhale, you crunch it nice and tight. Nice job, you guys. Sticking with it here for 3. Here for 2. On that last one, again, squeezing nice and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 3. For 2, and full body stretch. Let everything go long. You'll hug knees into your chest. You're gonna rock side to side. One last little reset here, and then grab behind your thighs. You're gonna rock and roll forwards and backwards. Maybe one more time, and then you're gonna meet in your boat pose. So sit bones are grounded. Hands can be down by your sides. Knees are again at 90. If you want more, arms can reach forward. Legs can go high. Arms could go high. You're holding here for 5. Nice tall spine for 4. Here for 3. Continue for 2. And then you'll cross your ankles. Find your way to tabletop. Maybe that means that you're rolling over ankles. Maybe you're rolling over one hip. In tabletop, wrists in line with shoulders, knees in line with hips. We're gonna reach that right arm forward, thumb faces up, left leg extends long behind you. Inhale, stay where you are. Exhale, crunch elbow into knee. Inhale, you lengthen, and then wait, right hand right, left leg left, little helicopter hold, and then back to center. Inhale. Exhale, crunch it in. One more time, extend long, helicopter. And then back to center. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Last time, extend long, tabletop. Sway your hips. Maybe you roll out your wrists. And then you're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So left arm will reach forward, thumb faces up. Right leg will extend long behind you. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, crunch elbow into knee. Inhale, you extend long. This time, left hand left, right leg right, hold. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, crunch elbow into knee. Inhale, extend. Left hand left, right leg right, hold. Back to center one last time. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, crunch it in. You'll extend long, tabletop. So take some time here for maybe some cat-cows. Inhale, belly low, gaze high or up. Exhale, round your back, gaze releases, or any organic movements that feel good, moving your body in any way that makes sense. maybe a child's pose. If you haven't been there yet, we didn't start that way, so always an option. You're here about 3 more rounds of breath. Yogis, you'll start to find stillness in that tabletop. We're going to start to spread our fingers nice and wide, curl your toes, hover your knees a couple inches off the mat for that floating tabletop. So feel your core engage. Like I was going to poke you in the stomach, you would squeeze your belly in tight. There's a little bend in your elbows. You're not hyperextending. Take an inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Nice, yogis. So pedal out your feet, bend your knees. Find any of those movements that feel good to you in this first down dog. Remember, all of our beautiful bodies are different, so maybe your heels easily touch the mat, and maybe you need to bend your knees regardless. Do what feels right. You'll pull forward, find your high plank. Think shoulders in line with the wrists, hips in line with shoulders. You can always lower down to your knees, but your core is still strong. You're here for 2 more rounds of breath. Nice, yogis. Stay for your inhale and your full exhale. Take an inhale, fill up. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. You'll walk your hands to the back of your mat so they're by your feet, and you're gonna hang out here in your forward fold. So add some movements that make sense. Maybe you grab opposite elbow and you sway side to side for a little rag doll. Maybe you just like to dangle in stillness. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe your belly rests on your thighs. If you have a grip, your fingers will release down to your mat. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift, nice flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. This time, reach those arms forward. Feel your core strong, biceps towards your ears. You're here for an inhale. Exhale, release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, if it's okay for lower back, reach those arms forward. There's a little bend in your knees. Reach a little further. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You'll walk yourself all the way out to your high plank pose. Hold there in your high plank. Once you are in your high plank pose, start to hinge forward, backwards on your tippy toes. Add a little movement. Next time you're hinged forward, hold, and then lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're there, tops of feet find the mat. Big inhale, peel your chest off, baby cobra. Maybe you tent your fingers. Can your elbows press back? Inhale, come a little higher. Exhale, you'll release one more time. Inhale, peel your chest off, baby cobra. Find a little more height. Inhale. Exhale, you'll release. Find high plank or tabletop. Meet in downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, yogis, bring feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, you'll rise tall, reach high, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, high plank, hold strong here. This time, if you want, hinge forward, chaturanga, half push-up, upward facing dog. Tops of feet are on the mat. Curl toes, hips high, downward facing dog. You can always skip flows and just hold a high plank and then go to down dog. Maybe you skip all of the flows. Maybe you add chaturanga push-ups. From down dog, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Rise tall, reach high, and fold forward, hands through heart. Find your halfway lift. Plant your hands and choose your way to down dog. You start in high plank. Maybe you lower all the way down. Maybe you find that half push-up. You can always go high plank, down dog. 2 more sun A's. You'll bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Rise tall, reach high, and fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, choose your way to downward facing dog, however you would like to get there. Nice work in the studio. Friends from Fitness Week, thanks for being here. And you at home, stick with it one more time. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. forward fold. Rise tall, reach to the sky, and fold forward. Find your halfway lift. Plant your hands, find your way to downward facing dog. Nice, yogi. So from down dog, you'll pull forward, find your high plank. Your right hand will find the center of the mat, side plank. You can always drop down your bottom knee. You could always lift your top leg or find a forearm variation. Can your hips come a little higher? One more round of breath. Bring yourself back to your high plank. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. Left hand, center of the mat, side plank, other way. You can do this. Maybe you drop your left knee to the mat. Maybe your hips go higher. You lift your right leg. One more round of breath. Nice, yogis. Find your high plank. You can stay for your inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. From your down dog, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, you'll rise tall. You'll find your chair pose. So maybe big toes touch. There's a gap between your heels. Maybe there's like a fist width between your feet. Sitting like there was that imaginary chair behind you. Can you lift up your toes, making sure that weight's in your heels? If you fall back, that's okay. That means weight's in your heels, so even it out. Sink a little lower. Stay for your inhale. Sink low, exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Find your way to downward facing dog, however you would like to get there. Nice, yogis. From down dog, right leg will go high behind you. You'll bring your right knee to your left elbow, hold it strong, and then send it back. We'll do that 2 more times. Once again, knee to bow, hold, and then send it back. We'll find that fallen angel. So this time, right leg's gonna go all the way through. Left hand goes high to the sky. Right leg can be on the mat, or you can lift it. You're here, 1 more round of breath. All the way back, 3-legged down dog. Bend your knee, stack your hip, open it up. Find something that feels good. Downward facing dog. From down dog, pull forward, high plank. Lower down to your forearms. You're in your forearm plank. You're gonna find your dolphin, so walk your feet towards your elbows. Think about your butt going towards the sky. Your head is off the mat. Your shoulders are working hard. Walk your feet 1 more step closer, 1 more round of breath. And then drop your knees, child's pose. Big toes touch, knees as wide as you like them. Forehead to the mat. Not here long at all. Just 1 more round of breath. On your next inhale, find your tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Curl your toes, and then again, you're just hovering your knees a couple inches. You're here for your inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. This time, your left leg will go high to the sky. You'll bring your left knee towards your right elbow, pause, and then you'll send it back. 2 more times. You'll bring left knee towards bow, hold, send it back. This time, left leg goes all the way through. Right hand opens up, so like a weird side plank variation. Your fallen star. Your leg can lift or be on the floor. 1 more round of breath. All the way back, 3-legged down dog. Bend your knee, stack your hip, open up, find something good. Downward facing dog. From down dog, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise tall. You're back to your chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Right foot's gonna hover off the mat. Send your leg behind you. Find your warrior 3. So someday, one day, you'll be parallel with your mat. If not today, who cares? There is always tomorrow. Drop your right hip a little bit. Maybe your arms reach forward for a lot more core work, or a goal post for somewhere in between. 1 more round of breath. Back to that chair pose. So hands can come to heart, sink nice and low. Reestablish that balance. You're gonna rock it on the other side. Left foot will hover. And then warrior 3, so left leg extends. Do your very, very best not to lock out that standing leg, so there's a little micro bend at least. If you want more, reach those arms forward or goal post them for somewhere in between. One more round of breath. Beautiful, yogis. Find your chair pose. Hands reach high if it's okay for your shoulders. Booty sinks really low here for an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Find your halfway lift, and then plant your hands. Choose your way to downward facing dog. So take a flow or skip it. Always, always up to you. Beautiful choices, yogis. From down dog, right leg will go high behind you. Bring knee to nose, pause. Plant your foot between your hands, warrior 1. So right foot plants, left foot spins open. You're doing your best to square the front or square towards the front of your room. Can you relax your shoulders? Can you bend that front knee a little deeper? You're here for an inhale. Exhale, you'll frame your foot, step back, high plank, and then right away down dog. Left leg lifts, knee to nose. Plant your foot, warrior 1. So other side, left foot forward, right leg back. Think about right hip forward, left hip back, bend deep. Can you relax your face, your jaw? Here for an inhale. Exhale, frame foot, find high plank, hold for your inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, right leg goes high. Knee to nose, pause. Plant your foot, crescent warrior. So right foot plants, left heel pops high. You're gonna make little fists above your head. On your inhale, stay where you are. On your exhale, left leg kicks forward, hands come to your hips. Inhale, you're back to that crescent. Exhale, you're kicking. You're here 3 more times. Nice job, nice control. On that last one, your third one, or total of 5, you're gonna hold your leg up high. You're gonna extend it nice and long, and then little leg lifts here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Hands to heart, warrior 3. Whoops, not for me. 1 more time. Maybe you reach those arms forward, maybe you goal post. And then slowly come all the way through, back to that stair step. Lots of balance. Leg extends, yes you can, for 3, for 2, and 1. One more. Nope, just kidding, my bad. Stair step. We're gonna wrap around for eagle. Left arm goes under. So finding your eagle, we're gonna take an inhale, look up. Exhale, crunch it in. Just 2 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, crunch it in. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. You're gonna unwind, feet meet. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Find your way to downward facing dog. Nice work, yogis. We're gonna try that on the other side, but we're gonna get that dolphin in between. So pull forward, high plank. Lower down to your forearms, and then walk your feet towards your elbows. Again, booty high to the sky, head is off the mat. This time, maybe you take little leg lifts. So maybe right leg lifts high to the sky, and then maybe you switch it out and left leg lifts. Wherever you are, 2 more rounds of breath. Take 1 more round, and then last time I'll call it child's pose. So big toes touching knees as wide as you would like them. Just because I don't call it doesn't mean that it's not there for you. This is a great place to go whenever you need it. 1 more round of breath. On your next inhale, find your tabletop. Once again, spread fingers, curl toes, hover those knees. You're gonna start to hover your left foot off the mat, and then see if your right hand can play with balance. So you're on that floating tabletop, your right hand, or your right hand, your left leg, back to floating tabletop. You'll switch it up, so see if left foot can hover, and then maybe, right foot, and then maybe left hand. I'm sorry, guys. You're back to table, inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. It's been a while since I've done that confusing left to right thing, so I knew it was bound to happen. sooner or later. Left leg will go high. You'll bring knee to nose, plant foot, crescent warrior. So left foot plants this time, right heel is popped high. You're back to those little fists of fire or whatever kind of fist you would like. You're here for your inhale, and then on your exhale, you're gonna kick that leg forward. You're here 4 more times. I know you know there's a lot of balance to come. Try to focus on the pose at hand. You look awesome in the studio. I'm sure you look great online as well. Once you're on that 5th one, you're gonna lift that leg nice and high, little ups. You're here for 4, here for 3, for 2, just 1 more, hands to heart, all the way back, warrior 3. Maybe you goal post your arms, maybe you reach them forward. You are strong, you can do this. Squeeze that belly. 1 more round of breath. Slow and steady back to that stair step. Easy for me to say, really hard to do. And then that right leg's gonna wrap around. Right arm can go under. You can always kickstand your leg off to the side. Inhale, gaze goes up. Exhale, crunch it in. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. 1 more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in. Find stillness for just a beat. And then unwind, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Find your way to downward facing dog. Nice work, yogis. From downward facing dog, you're gonna pull forward, high plank, and then you're gonna lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're there, you're gonna put your hands on top of each other, so palm on top of hand, and then forehead comes to the mat. We're gonna find a super yogi variation, just moving our legs. So you'll take an inhale, and then exhale all of your air out. On your next inhale, legs will come off the mat. You're gonna find little pulses up here for 10. You got it, guys. Here for 5, for 4. You're gonna hold those legs high, into, hold them nice and high, hold, squeeze, 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 and let them go. Bend your knees and sway your legs side to side, little windshield movement. And then your legs will go long. This time just arms or upper body. So you can keep your hands like this if you would like, or you can find maybe airplane wings, arms can reach forward. You'll take an inhale, exhale all of your air out. On your next inhale, upper body is coming off the mat, those little pulses up. Here for 10. 5, 4, you're gonna hold high in 3, 2, hold nice and high, hold, 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 and then let it go. Once again, bend your knees, sway your legs. This time we're gonna find the whole super yogi. So maybe you find airplane wings if your shoulders prefer, palms face down by your sides. If your shoulders are nice and ready, reach those arms forward. You'll take an inhale, exhale all of your air out. On your next inhale, come high off your mat. No pulses this time, just get really nice and high. Can your right leg get higher? Can your left leg get higher? Right arm, left arm as high as you can. Hold, inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Bend your knees, sway your legs. Nice work, yogi. So a nice back bend or back body work. Still part of your core, helps protect your spine. You're gonna goal post your arms, half crocodile. Bring that right knee towards your right elbow. Feeling a gentle inner hip stretch. Left facial cheek can just rest on the mat. Just 3 rounds of breath. Slowly, your right leg will meet your left. You'll press yourself to a high plank. Your right hand will find the center of your mat, side plank. This time we're gonna thread the needle, so that left hand is gonna go under your belly and then high to the sky. You can always do this by dropping your right leg. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Find 1 more and then bring your hips really nice and high. Hold, and then find high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, half crocodile, goal post arms, left knee, left elbow, pause. Just one more round of breath. Your left leg will start to meet your right. Bend your knees, sway your legs. Just one last little reset for your lower back. You'll press yourself to high plank. This time, left hand center of the mat, side plank the other way. You're gonna thread the needle, so thinking that right hand under belly, and then high to sky. Nice job, you guys. You're here for the last 3. Here for 2. On that last one, hips nice and high, holding, holding, holding. And then find your high plank, pause, hips high, downward facing dog. From down dog, bring feet to hands, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise tall. You'll bring hands to heart. All right, we're gonna play around with dancer, maybe fallen dancer if you feel like it. So you're gonna bend your right leg. You're gonna grab your foot on the sole. So thumb is on the part where you walk. Your left hand will go high. You can stay here, otherwise take a big inhale. And on your exhale, you're reaching and you're kicking forward. So if you wanna play with your fallen dancer, it's just as it sounds. You're gonna try to fall, or maybe you don't have to try to fall, that's the easiest part. And then bringing yourself all the way back up to that dancer just requires a little bit more balance, a little bit more core. Wherever you're playing, you have about 2 more rounds of breath. Nice, yogis, 1 more round. And you'll release, feet find the mat. We're just gonna roll our shoulders back 1 time, and then roll them forward. And then we'll find that other dancer. So you'll bend your left knee, grab your foot, thumb is on the sole, right hand goes high. You can stay here, I'm already wobbly. Otherwise, big inhale, and on your exhale, reaching and kicking. Maybe you choose to play with that fallen dancer on this side, lowering yourself down to the mat, and then maybe managing your way back up. Doesn't have to look graceful to count. Just playing around, 2 more rounds of breath. Nice, yogis, 1 more round. Your feet will meet. Big inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, take your final flow, planting hands, meeting in downward facing dog, or you can always skip it and just go right to down dog. Hopefully you know by now, you do you always in yoga. From downward facing dog, you'll walk your feet forward. You're gonna sit down on your seat. We're back to that boat pose. So you're gonna bring yourself to your boat variation. Maybe your feet are lightly on the mat, your hands are down by your sides, maybe knees at 90 reaching forward, legs could go long, high, legs could go high, arms could go high. We're gonna lower our boat. So you're gonna lower so you're a couple inches or so above the mat, and then bring yourself back up. Continuing here, lowering, and then back up. Continuing with your breath, your movement. Not here too many more times. Next time you're at your low point, you're gonna hold there. Holding at that low point for 3. Full body stretch in 2, and let it all go, full body stretch. Soles of feet will find the mat. We're gonna prepare for a bridge. I'll call 2 rounds of bridge, but you can always take a wheel. Hands are down by sides, feet are to seat. Take an inhale, exhale all of your air out. On you, go high to the sky. If you would like that extra challenge, you could interlace hands underneath you. You could take a little leg lift and find little pulses to the sky for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Just 1 more, and then both feet find the mat. Can you find your tippy toes for just an inhale? Exhale, lower all the way down. You'll windshield wipe your knees side to side. And then we'll do 1 more round. So hands come down by your sides. Soles of feet are on the mat. You can always take your wheel if you would like. Inhale. Exhale all of your air out. On your next inhale, press your hips high. If you want, again, those leg lifts, maybe lifting left leg, taking those little pulses here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, find one more, and then both feet find the mat. Can you find your tippy toes? Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. This time, recline butterfly, feet together, knees out, pause. Enjoy a moment of stillness. You'll bring your hands behind your head like those crunchy arms, but remember to keep elbows away from your ears. You're just gonna find little reclined butterfly crunchies, so crunching forward. If you want this to be more challenging, your feet could come off the mat. You could make it more of an intense crunch, or you could just find a little pulsing movement as well. Wherever you are, you're not here too much longer. Here for 5, here for 4, here for 3. You're gonna hold shoulders off the mat and really crunch tight into and hold high. Shoulders are off the mat, maybe feet are off for 3, for 2, and let it all go. Full body stretch, legs go long, arms reach high. Soles of feet find the mat. We're gonna find a reclined pigeon. So your right ankle is gonna cross over your left knee, but before you enjoy this, you're gonna start to bring your hands behind your head once again. Think about your left elbow crunching towards your right knee. We're crunching here for 6, here for 5, for 4, 3. You're gonna hold your elbows close to your knee as you can in 2, and hold that elbow really close to your knee. Hold for 3, for 2, and then shoulders release. Enjoy this reclined pigeon for a moment. Maybe you grab that left thigh, pull it a little closer to you, feel a nice stretch, your outer right hip. You're here just one more round of breath. Both feet will release down towards the mat. If you like that sensation, little windshield wipe side to side. And then we're gonna get that half pigeon on the other side. So left ankle will cross, hands come behind your head, crunching right elbow towards left knee. You're here for 6, here for 5, for 4. Gonna hold that elbow close to your knee in 3, in 2. This time holding elbow really close to your knee. Can you get a little closer for 3, for 2, and shoulders release. Enjoy a moment of that reclined pigeon, giving your outer left hip some love. Maybe you pull right leg a little closer. Just one more round of breath. Slowly, soles of feet will find the mat. You're gonna bring your hands, palms face down underneath your lower back for a little tailbone protection. Your feet are gonna go high to the sky. You're going to lower your legs as low as you can above your mat. Once you're there, look at your feet. Feel your belly strong and swim your feet up and down. Nice, you guys. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Find stillness, hold for 3. Hold for 2. Let your legs come all the way up. One more time, lower your legs all the way down to that low point. They're hovering. Look at your feet. Move your feet to the right side of your mat. Move your feet to the left side of your mat. Find center, hold strong, shoulders high for 3. For 2, legs all the way up. Hug your knees, rock side to side. You'll find a quick happy baby. Grab each foot, pull down towards each rib cage. Feel that nice grounding in your lower back. A nice stretch in your groin. Eventually you'll find a supine twist, so let your knees fall to the right. Hips are stacked, shoulders are grounded. Your gaze could go towards the left or opposite of your knees. for most likely a deeper twist within your spine. You're here 3 more rounds of breath. Yogis, you're once again going to bring those hands behind your head and find some oblique crunchies here. So again, elbows away from ears. You're just crunching forward as you keep your knees stacked. You're here for 8, here for 7, continuing here. In 3, you're going to hold your shoulders high as you can. In 2, holding your shoulders nice and high, squeezing. Can you get a little higher for 3, for 2, and release. Bring your knees through center and let them fall to the left. Set up your supine twist, a moment of stillness on this side. Maybe gaze goes to the right for a deeper twist throughout your spine. You're here 3 more rounds of breath. Last little bit of oblique work here. Hands come behind your head. You have those crunchies forward, crunching forward, keeping elbows away from your ears. You got it. Last 6. Here for 5. 4. Those shoulders are going to be high. In 3. In 2. Last one. Keep shoulders off the mat. Hold. Can you come a little high? Elbows away from ears for 3. For 2. And release. Bring your knees back through center and squeeze them tight. Your forehead will find your knees, so you're a little tiny baby ball. Take a big inhale and clench your muscles. Hold your breath. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale, let everything go. Find your final resting pose, Savasana. We'll let you know when time is up. Enjoy stillness. Do your best to allow yourself 3 more rounds of breath here in stillness. Yogis, know that Savasana is something that if you have the time to do, please linger and enjoy the moment. But if you are ready to be let out, you'll simply start to invite some tiny little movements back into your body. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Eventually, you'll add larger movements, maybe rolling your wrists, ankles. Maybe your head gently falls from side to side. You'll lazily invite a final full body stretch. Press toes forward, reach hands back. Soles of feet lazily find your mats as you roll over to the left or the right side. Simply pause for a beat in the fetal position. And And then when you are ready, yogis, you'll press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Perhaps your hands are at heart center. On behalf of Dragonfly and myself, thank you, Madison Fitness Week. Thank you, yogis at home, and thank you, yogis here, for taking the time to be here. Until we meet again, the light and the love in me sees and honors the light and the love in each and every one of you. Namaste. Again, thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday and a wonderful weekend to come. My name is Cassie. Thanks, guys.